Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing another get ready with me, which I call this to that, which you saw in the thumbnail. Let me try to get into a better position here. It is gardening day, so if you hear leaf blowers, lawn mowers in the background, that's just what happens. I can't control it. I have no goal for my makeup today. We're just gonna see what I end up doing. I am going to clip my hair back. If you enjoy watching my videos, I would love it if you could double check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed and you're constantly watching me, maybe you should hit subscribe. Help me out, that would be lovely. I think today I'm gonna go in with my Merit stick in Chiffon and I'm just gonna do some scribbles. I don't know how much battery my main light has. I'm going to really try to get this done quickly, and we are just buffing in the Merit stick. I really need a new key light. Like, this is the key light, this is the main light. I really need a new one because I was just sitting around for hours waiting for this thing to get charged, and it's only at half battery. I've since changed some of my lighting settings, so it's much brighter now, and it has a silicone fader on it, so it's not as spotlighty to try to reduce my hot points on my face, but that means it eats up the battery a lot faster. And I really want to get like my Neewer lights, these ones, this kind. Not like that specific light. There's like a video consistent light that I want from Neewer, and I just need the light to be able to plug in so that I just have it on constantly, because waiting around for hours and not knowing if my light is gonna turn off at any second is not conducive for YouTube. It makes everything so much more stressful. It was fine when I did very short videos and I was only posting short form, but now that I'm doing YouTube consistently, I'm starting to see the cracks in having a battery operated light. Gave myself a little bit of razor burn on my chin. Oops. In case you missed my community post, just gonna do a quick dab of concealer. Last week's video where I went over some new makeup releases, I commented on the new Viva Glam lip gloss, which was a limited edition featuring Kim Petras, of course. And I was saying how much I'm intrigued by it, but I don't really like the color, and I haven't really used the lip gloss formula, this new one that they came out with. Well, turns out the next day I got the PR for it in the mail. If you can hear that, that's my light. Another reason why I want a new one. There's so many things I need for my YouTube. I need a microphone still. I think having, you let me know actually. I take that back. I'm going to ask you what you would prefer, but the answer is I need a new light before a microphone. But do you think having weak audio, like in my videos, is a reason why you don't like watching content, either from me or other people that you know? Like, does it stop you from enjoying the video to have shitty audio? Because for me, I personally don't care, but I know it is a huge pet peeve for some people, so it's just, I don't know. But I definitely need a light over a microphone first, or I'm going to go insane if I don't get a new light system. I'm going to take the Under Eye Powder Transparent from Pat McGrath Labs. Technically this is a finishing powder, but I find that over a cream stick like the Merit, going in with just a finishing powder is all you really need sometimes. Going into that T-zone. Can you tell that my period is coming with all the breakouts on the lower half of my face? Happens every month. Something new that I'll be using on camera today is the Kaleidos contouring palette. This is the S00 Fair. I have done quite a number of shorts with it now, but this is my first time using it on a full-length video like this. And I'm going to take it on a skinny contour brush. This is 98. Technically, it's a highlighter brush, but what they really mean is it's just for powdering. Use it for powder. I also have maybe I'll link in the card above my comparison video with the Sephora contour stick. I feel like a lot of us fair people out in the world have now discovered and use the contour from Sephora, but I did a comparison short with the palette versus the stick. That was something that I couldn't find, so I did the content that I wanted out in the world, which is how I do most of my content. I look for things, and if I can't find it, I'll be the one to make a video about it, even if it only gets 200 or 300 views. I know there's someone out there who thinks the same as me. The world is too big for it to not be a possibility. I just threw into my temples a combination between the two contour powders. One is a bit more neutral, one is cool, so it just gives a nice effect on the face. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Kaleidos blush. This is the Pale Rose, another product that I have in a short in my full face of Kaleidos, and I really like it. It is a perfect like whisper of blush for days where you don't really want to wear anything, or for looks where you want the focus to be more on the eyes and not as much on the cheeks. I almost said it. I almost said that they were done gardening and the whippersnipper just started again. There we go. Just some color to the face. And now, something you definitely haven't seen yet. This is the Cheeryep and Freya 86 collaboration palette. I've only used this a few times, but I think I'm gonna stick in this color story. I really want to just play around with the grays. So I'm going to take this beige gray here, and I'm gonna start a kind of halo eye. And it's such a fair shade that you don't have to be too precious with where you place it. And what I found in my original video where I tried out this product and I did like a purple smoky eye is the mattes blend out to be much less scary than they look in the pan or when you first pack it onto the eye. For a beginner palette, this is actually a pretty nice formula. I don't know how all the other palettes behave, but I would assume they all behave the same way if they're all from the same brand. So I've left my eyelid alone here, and I've just filled in the beige gray all around. I'm now going to take a thick paddle brush like this. I'm gonna pick up this blue gray because I haven't really used it yet, and I want to see how this looks, and we're just gonna build up that halo. It's really pretty blue, which I'm not mad at. You know me, love me blue. See how gorgeously buildable this formula is? You really don't have to work hard at all, which is terrible because that means I'm now interested in all the other palettes that they have, even though I think I'm more interested. They have like single shadow series. I also have a video up where I use my single shadows from Cheeryep that I also purchased at the same time. And I do love a single shadow because you get to control the color story that you're going to get a lot more than when you just go in with palettes. But the single shadows vary heavily in price because of the formulations. Like I have a $6 single eyeshadow, and I have, I think it was a $25 single eyeshadow, which is like Cleona prices basically for the multi-chrome. Blending the edges here. I need a tiny brush. I'm gonna jump over to this gray on the darkest side, but it still has that blue in it that I think is gonna work as our deepest shade. And I'm just gonna keep it ideally on the lid, and I'm not gonna go too blown out with it. I swear if I hear this light in the audio, I'm gonna be kicking and screaming when editing. Well, you'll be happy to know that you absolutely can hear the clicking of the light fan, and it is driving you crazy, and you do apologize to anyone who possibly will have to click off of the video because they're also going insane. Just another reason that I really need a different light. I need to figure it out. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to this eye. What did I do wrong here? This isn't the same shape. Whoa, things are crazy. But I do get to show you what happens when you blend the darkest shadows. Like they truly disappear. I love that. Did I end up with a semi-even application? I like how I tried to keep it on my lid only, and I did the exact opposite. I'm just gonna clean up my edge by dragging my concealer brush up the side. This isn't the best brush to do that with, but it's all I got. I don't want to make another brush dirty. I'm gonna carry the darkest to the outer parts of the lower, And we blend again. You do not have to blend very long. I love that for this formula. Like, you just have to look at it and it blends out. Center of our halo. There's a lot of options to choose from, and a few of these eyeshadows actually have true holographic glitter in them. These are the two grays. This is kind of the small pan gray on its own. It has ever so slightly more of like a patina, but not green, like a brown patina. I think that's the one I'm gonna go for just because it's the lightest and least glittery, but I'm going to apply it with my finger. I cut my nails, so now I can apply eyeshadow again with my finger. I'm going to do my waterline in black. This is Smoulder by MAC. I do have one. Okay, and then on a smudge brush, I'm gonna pick up the liner. I'm just gonna keep it as close to my lash line as I can. And I'm stopping the smudging before our center of the halo. I want that to stay big and open. So here's one eye with the liner and one eye without the smudged liner. So you can see the difference that it makes. And then we repeat on the other side. That's what I was worried about. Dang it. Things are gonna get moody for the rest of the video. Thankfully, most of the work is done. I'm going to curl my lashes and we're going to do mascara. I'm gonna do some Lancome. I am going to take my white eyeshadow and I'm just going to dust under the eyebrow and stamp at the inner eye to get a focal point. I feel like YouTube is gonna punish me for having bad lighting now. We'll see. At least it happened in a video so I can prove my point on why my lighting is pissing me off. And the worst part is, like, I can't even advance charge anything because the way that this light shows that it's charging, it has a blinking light, but it will stay at like 1 bar of blinking for like 3 hours while I'm charging. So the actual like system within it to tell me how much it's charged doesn't work. And this is my second battery from this brand that I've gone and used because the first one broke as well. So I need a new light. I need a new light. All of my lip products are in my purse, so BRB. Okay, I'm going in with Greige by MAC. This is also new to me. This is the Kaleidos, like, lip gloss lipstick kind of a thing. This is the shade 101 Last Smoke. It is a beautiful mauve. And I also got the shade 105 Freefall, which is like a smoky purple with a lot of glitter in it. And I'm just gonna put that one on kind of the center of the lip. It's supposed to be a gray lip, but I really think it's more of like a purple base with gray glitter on the inside. You can't really see because my lighting is terrible now. But let's do Last Smoke as well. Like, these two shades look like they belong together, which is why I got them. And I do like the fact that the components have a locking mechanism for the lip instead of just a regular screw top. Ooh, I kind of want to wear these. I picked up the Collection Freya. Freya 86 also did a collab with this false eyelash brand, and I got the complete collection. So there's a bunch of types of eyelashes, but I think I want to use these plain black spiky ones. I think if I use 2 on each eye, I think that'll be the move. Oh yeah, look at that difference between, that was it. That was exactly what it needed. They're not super even on both sides, but that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to insert a quick clip of my cell phone footage so that we have something in decent lighting. I'll put that in now. Here is the finished makeup look. I'm kind of uneven on this side, but just ignore that. You know why? Because, just because. Maybe I should go to the mall today just so someone can see this makeup look. Because everything went wrong when recording this video. I need someone to give me a compliment on this. Please, somebody. or I'm gonna lose my mind. But that concludes this week's This to That. I hope you enjoyed. I'm very sorry that my light died halfway through making this video for you. I hope I intrigued you with some of the cbeauty products that I used throughout this video. If you liked me, hit subscribe so I can pop up in your feed more often. If you liked this video, hit like so that I know that you liked it. Otherwise, how else am I going to know? You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Both are Claire Cuckoo as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!